When the night feels loud and my heart feels small, every door I knock looks like a blank wall. Questions in my chest, crowding every breath. Words fall from my lips, but they sink like regret. Hasbi Allah, Hasbi Allah. In the middle of the mess, you are clearer than it all.
When you think of Morocco, what image probably comes to mind? A Muslim country filled with mosques, tradition, and centuries of Islamic culture. But what if I told you that behind this familiar image, there's another story? A quieter one, hidden in plain sight. Small religious communities still holding on to their faith. In a rapidly modernizing world, Jews, whose roots go back thousands of years. Christians, some foreign, some local, practicing carefully, often privately. So what's really happening here? Is Morocco a model of coexistence? Or is there a side of the story no one talks about? Morocco is often presented as one of the most stable and open countries in North Africa. And in many ways, that is true. Islam is deeply woven into everyday life here. The call to prayer echoes through cities, from the Atlantic coast to the Atlas Mountains. One of the most iconic symbols of this identity is the Hassan II Mosque, one of the largest mosques in the world, standing partly over the ocean. But Morocco is not just defined by one religion. Its constitution recognizes the importance of diversity, and its history tells a much richer story. For centuries, Morocco has been home to Muslims, Jews, and later, Christians. But history and present-day reality are not always the same thing. The Jewish community, a 2,000-year history long before modern borders existed. Jewish communities were already thriving in Morocco. Some historians trace their presence back over 2,000 years long before the arrival of Islam, and when Jews were expelled from Spain in 1492. Many found refuge here. Morocco became a place of survival, a place where Jewish life didn't just continue. It flourished. Entire neighborhoods known as Mellahs were built specifically for Jewish communities. Walking through the narrow streets of the Mellah in Marrakech today, you can still feel that history, the architecture, the balconies, even the layout of the streets. Tell a story of a community that once formed a vital part of Moroccan society. But today, that community is much smaller. In the mid-20th century, Morocco had over 250,000 Jews. Now, only a few thousand remain. Many left for Israel, France, and Canada, especially during times of political change. And yet, Morocco did something unusual. Instead of erasing that history, it chose to preserve it. Synagogues have been restored, Jewish cemeteries maintained, and Jewish culture is still recognized as part of Moroccan identity. This isn't something you see everywhere. Christians in Morocco, two different realities. Christianity in Morocco is a very different story. Today, most Christians in the country are not Moroccan by birth. They are foreign workers, students, diplomats, people who have come from Europe, Sub-Saharan Africa, or beyond. For them, practicing Christianity is relatively straightforward. Churches exist in major cities. Services are held openly. But when it comes to Moroccan citizens themselves, things become more complex. Converting from Islam to another religion is not officially illegal in the same way in every case. But the reality on the ground is shaped by something more powerful than law. Society, family expectations, community pressure. For many Moroccan converts to Christianity, faith becomes something deeply private, something practiced quietly, often behind closed doors. Not because they want to hide, but because the cost of being open can be very high. Law vs. social reality. Officially, Morocco promotes religious tolerance. But, like many countries, the reality is layered. One of the key restrictions is on proselytizing, trying to convert Muslims to another religion. This is illegal, and authorities have, at times, taken action against individuals or groups involved in such activities. But beyond the law, there is something even more influential: culture. In Morocco, religion is not just a personal belief. It is deeply tied to identity, family, and tradition. So when someone changes their faith, it's not seen as just a personal decision. It can be seen as a break from community. This creates a unique situation: a country where different religions exist, but not always on equal social footing. Coexistence. Real or ideal? Despite these challenges, Morocco is often highlighted as a model of coexistence, and there are real reasons for that. Jewish heritage is openly celebrated. Moroccan music, cuisine, and traditions often reflect a blend of influences: Muslim, Jewish, and even European. In some cases, shared cultural practices blur the lines between religions. Food, festivals, language. These are areas where identity becomes more fluid, and that's part of what makes Morocco unique. It's not just about different religions living side by side. It's about a shared cultural space, shaped by all of them. Modern Morocco. Change and globalization. Morocco today is changing. Urbanization, globalization, and the internet are all reshaping society. Younger generations are more connected to the world than ever before. Ideas about identity, religion, and personal freedom are evolving. And with that comes new conversations. Conversations that were once private are slowly becoming more visible. But change is never simple. It doesn't happen overnight. And in a country with such deep traditions, the balance between past and present is constantly being negotiated. The truth behind the headline. So what's the truth about Morocco's religious landscape? It's not a story of complete freedom, but it's also not a story of complete restriction. It's something in between. A country where ancient communities still exist, where history is preserved, but where modern realities create new challenges. It's a place where faith can be visible or invisible, depending on who you are. Morocco doesn't fit into simple categories. It's not just a Muslim country. It's a country shaped by centuries of diversity. And today, that diversity still exists quietly, carefully, and often unnoticed. Unnoticed. If you want to understand how religion really works around the world, not just what the headlines say, subscribe now. Because the truth is always more complex than it seems.